Welcome all my dear student of SY BSc Physics class. In previous lecture, we have studied some important terms, that is linear magnification, then deviation, and lastly the power of the lens. We also discussed about the equivalent lens and some introductory part of equivalent focal length of two thin lenses separated by a finite distance. Now in this lecture we are going to obtain an expression for equivalent focal length of two thin convex lenses or two thin lenses separated by a finite distance. For that purpose, we have to consider this diagram. In this diagram, we consider two thin lenses, two thin convex lenses L1 and L2. Of focal length of L1 is F1 and focal length of second lens L2 is F2. And these two lenses are placed coaxially. That means what? Both the lenses having common principal axis, and these two lenses are separated by a finite distance x. Okay. So to further study, we have to know the optical centers of these two lenses. Let O1 and O2 represents optical centers of lens L1 and L2. Okay. Now consider a monochromatic ray. That means a light ray having single wavelength. This monochromatic ray PQ incident parallel to the principal axis on the first lens L1 at point Q. Okay. Now this ray is at height H1. This ray PQ is at height H1 above this principal axis. This is principal axis. This one. And the monochromatic ray which travel positive to the principal axis is at height H1 above the principal axis. When this ray PQ is incident on the lens L1 and after refraction it suffers refraction. This ray after passing through this lens L1 suffers refraction and is directed towards F2A in absence of second lens L2. In absence of second lens L2, this PQ, rays PQ, when strike on L1 and suffers refraction and directed towards F2A in absence of lens L2. Now the deviation produced by this lens, deviation produced by this ray is, deviation produced by this ray with L1 is simply delta 1 is equal to height H1 upon focal length of first lens. Remember that. What is the focal length? F1, where we can write here, where F1 is equal to O1 F2A is the focal length of this lens in absence of second lens. Okay. Actually L2 is present in the system. Actually in the system, this complex system L2 is present. So incident ray after passing or incident ray PQ after refraction through L1 travels toward the direction QB, and at this point B it strikes on lens L2, and this QB becomes incident ray. This QB becomes incident ray for this L2, for this lens L2, and it strikes on this surface at point B. At height H2, it strikes this ray QB strikes on the first surface of the second lens L2 at height H2 above the principal axis, and hence deviation produced by this OB to this lens L2 or by the lens L2 is delta 2 is equal to height H2 and focal length F2. Okay. Suppose this is equation 1, this is equation 2. Okay. Now the deviation produced by the second lens is, though delta 2 is equal to H2 upon the total deviation delta is equal to delta 1 plus delta 2. Equation number 3, where delta is the deviation produced by the equivalent lens if we place the equivalent lens to this place, and this deviation delta is equal to height is the same H1, okay, and focal length is F instead of F2, and F2 is focal length. When we consider this as equivalent lens, then its focal length, that is P2 F2, this is the focal length for equivalent lens. Suppose this is equation 4. Now by substituting the value of delta 1 and delta 2 from equation 1, 2 and 4, in equation 3 we have delta is equal to H1 delta upon value of delta is H1 upon F, value of delta 1 is H1 upon F1, and value of delta 2 is H2 upon F2. Okay. Now suppose this is equation 5. See here, as the incident ray PQ is parallel to the principal axis, and after refraction through the combination of two lenses passes to the point F2, the point F2 is regarded as the second principal focus of the combination. This is very important, so I am again going to repeat. As the incident ray PQ is parallel to the principal axis, and after refraction through the combination of two lenses passes through point F2, the point F2 is regarded as the second principal focus of the combination. Okay. And now see here, what we have to do now? What we are going to do? The incident ray PQ and this final emergent ray EF2, this is the final emergent ray, and PQ is the incident PQ ray, PQ is the incident ray, and EF2 is the final emergent ray. When produced, how produced? When PQ is produced further and EF2 produced backward, it intersect at this point H2. Okay, and thus it is clear that a single lens when placed in the position of H2 F2 it will produce the same deviation as that of two lenses together. Okay, what I say? From this, when we produce PQ forward and F2 EF2 backward, it intersect at point H2. Okay. Thus, it is clear that a single thin lens when placed at this position, that is in the position H2 P2, will produce the same deviation as that of two lenses together. And this single lens, which can replace the two lens L1 and L2, is called equivalent lens. This is equivalent lens. Okay. Now, in this figure, H2 is equal to O2R minus ER. Here, what I say? In this figure, H2 is equal to this, H2 is equal to O2R minus ER. But O2R is nothing but O1Q is nothing but H1. Okay. So, in this figure, triangle QRE, this triangle, delta 1 is equal to, in this triangle, QRE or QRE, this angle delta 1 is equal to front side, that is ER upon adjacent side. Adjacent is QR. But QR is equal to what? QR is equal to X. Therefore, delta 1 is equal to ER upon X. This implies as ER is equal to X delta 1. Okay. Now, substitute the value of ER here. ER is equal to X delta 1. Okay. Therefore, ER is equal to X delta 1. We have. And QR is equal to what? Q2R is equal to Q2R is equal to H1. So, as QR is X, QR is equal to X. Therefore, ER upon X is nothing but delta 1, and therefore ER is equal to delta 1 into X. Again, in this figure, O2R is equal to O2R is equal to what? O2R is equal to O1Q. O1Q is nothing but H1. Therefore, by using this value and this value, we have this H2 is equal to O2R is equal to, okay, O2R, okay. This is nothing but H2 is equal to H1 minus X delta 1. Okay. But delta 1 is equal to what? Delta 1 is equal to H1 upon F1. So, substitute here H2 is equal to H1 minus X H1 upon F1. H1 upon F1. Taking H1 as a common, H1 in bracket 1 upon F1. Okay. H2. From this equation we have H2 upon H1. H2 upon H1 is equal to 1 minus 1 upon F1. Or instead of this we can write H1 upon H2 is equal to F1 minus 1 upon F1. Sorry, X. Here also X. Okay. Either this or just a minute. Here. Solve this once again. From this H2 upon H1 is equal to H1 is common. H2 upon H1 is equal to, in bracket, X minus, sorry, here 1, when H1 is taken as a common 1, and here X 1 minus X upon F1, or H2 upon H1 is equal to F1 minus X upon F1. Okay. Or instead of H2 upon H1 we have H1 upon H2. Make the interchange between numerator and denominator. We have F1 upon F1 minus X. Okay. Now using this equation, which one? This one, or simply this one, using this equation, that is H2 is equal to H1 in bracket 1 minus X upon F1, where in this equation we have to substitute the value of H2 from this equation. So after substituting the value, we have H1 upon F is equal to H1 upon F1 plus H1 upon F1. Okay. Sorry, F2. H1 upon F2 in bracket 1 minus X upon F1. Solve this. H1 upon F is equal to H1 upon F1 plus H1 upon F2 in bracket 1 minus X upon F2, sorry, F1. What happened? H1 getting cancelled with each other, and we have only 1 upon F is equal to 1 upon F1 minus this term into this 1 upon F2 in bracket, or simply minus what? Simply X upon F1 F2, 1 upon this into this, or when we make simplified it, we will get this. Okay. This is the lens, sorry, this is, or we are going to again simplify this. This 1 upon F is equal to F1 plus F2, F1 plus F2 upon F1 F2 minus X upon F1 F2, or simply F1 plus F2 minus X upon F1 F2, and this is, or F is equal to, make the exchange in numerator denominator, F1 F2 upon F1 plus F2 minus X. This is this equation or this equation, both. This equation is an expression for equivalent focal length of the system of two lenses separated by a finite distance x, this or this. Here the quantity f1 plus f2 minus x is called optical separation or optical interval and is denoted by delta. So sometimes we often write this equation like this: f upon f1 f2 upon delta, where delta is equal to f1 plus f2 minus x, which is nothing but optical separation or optical interval. Okay. We know that power of lens in diopter. So one diopter is equal to 1 upon focal length in meter. So P is equal to 1 upon f in meter. When P is equal to 1 upon f in meter, then instead of this f here, we can write here also. Here we can write 1 upon f is equal to P. So P is equal to P1 plus P2 minus x P1 P2. This is the lens, sorry, this is the expression for equivalent focal length in terms of power, that is diopter, where P1, P2 are the power of lenses L1 and L2 respectively, and P is the power of combination. Now see here, if x is 0 means what? If x is 0 means when this distance x is 0, obviously the lens, two lenses are in contact, and when two lenses are in contact, or in other words, when x is equal to 0, then instead of this or this, when we put 0, when two lenses are in contact, x is equal to 0, instead of this we can write 1 upon f is equal to f1 plus f2 upon f1 f2, or f is equal to f1 f2 upon f1 plus f2. This is the expression for focal length of two thin convex lenses placed coaxially but in contact. Okay. In this way we obtain an expression for equivalent focal length of two thin lenses are separated by a finite distance x, and when two lenses are in contact with each other. So this article is very important for exam point of view. Any type of question, that is broad question, that is derivation, or multiple choice question, or question in true and false format, or small simple problems may be asked by using this formula or this formula. So you should be ready for that. We shall stop here. Have a good day. Thank you.